She's so
Love
betrayed.
it.
She's feeling hurt, anger, betrayal, and I'm on the other side of the page being like, this is the best thing I've ever heard.
I'm like, yeah, cry, you little bitch. Next page. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Like, I love it so much.
I'm Maddie.
And I'm Carolyn.
And we're okay, ready?
Yeah.
And we're just some podcast. Why didn't you do it?
I thought you said that we weren't doing it. I thought we were doing that. I thought you were doing it with me. Oh, and we're just some podcast. What is your shirt? It's really cute. What does it say?
It says, it's so sweet to trust in Jesus.
Oh, that's really cute. I love the berries. That's adorable.
I know, so cute. So, guys.
Hey guys.
Hey guys. Forgot you were here for a second. So,
We're pretty much sellouts. We're pretty much sellouts at this point.
We have a fun idea today. We're talking about book tropes. Our favorite book tropes.
But even more so, we're doing a tier list of the book tropes. So if you disagree with us,
that's not our
shove
fault.
it. Fuck you. Like, that's all I have to say.
And there's some kind of genres in the list, and I was like, well, they're not really book tropes. But you know what I said? I said, I don't care. That's what I said.
I already thought of my S tier ones. I already thought of my S tier. My S tier is...
Okay, ready? I'm going to share my screen because I created a whole thing for this, Carolyn.
I'm so excited.
Okay, you guys ready? No one... Oh, I deleted all my tabs, so we're fine. Unlike Carolyn, who never deletes any of her tabs.
I've never deleted a tab in my life, actually. Not once.
So here...
I will throw up because I love it so much. It's crazy.
The worst book, the worst tropes are, how about you throw me off a bridge? Okay? Just end it right here because I will not read a book. If a book has this trope, throw me off a bridge, I will not finish it.
Immediately putting the book down and we're done. It's over.
We're done. The second one is a little higher. Are you drunk? That's what I came up with. I said, are you drunk? Because that's a dumb idea. I'll finish it. Dumb idea. I don't care. Okay?
I'll finish it, but I've had the entire bottle of wine to get through it. The answer is yes.
And then the middle is, it's like, if there's a book trope that me and Carolyn are like, I like this or she hates it, we can find a middle ground, okay? We agree. Mm-hmm. We like it. The next one up is, I will not sleep because I will finish this book. I'm enjoying myself. I love this kind of trope. I'm digging it. I will finish the book. Then the best book tropes to ever have existed is, I will throw up because I love it so much, all in caps. I love it.
Okay, and also we have to say it's hard for these because obviously you have your outliers. Okay, you have your author that was so creative and made the idea work. So we have to decide if we're assuming the author's good or if we're assuming the author is bad. Because I think we have to assume the author is bad. Otherwise, these are all top tier. Like, if we have to just assume the writing's terrible, I'm still reading it because I love this trope that much.
Yes. That's why we have the middle. Okay, we agree. We like it. Okay? Yeah. We can like this trope if it's done correctly.
Yeah, for sure.
So the first one on the list is secret marriage. What do you think?
I would say usually deny. Like, usually I'm like, okay. You know? Like, yes. I'm not ever like, yes, I'm so happy it's a secret marriage that we found out later. Like, I'm like, okay, cool. It's great. Like, I have 0 examples of when I was like, that was cool. So I don't know, are you drunk? Or is it just that we're like, it's fine? Because I'm never like put off by it. I'm just never impressed by it either. It's like, okay.
Me neither. It's also just like, why are we having a secret marriage? Like, it really only works in a fantasy, in my opinion. People might disagree with that, but I don't really care.
But I don't care.
That's my opinion. I don't care. That's my opinion.
That's my opinion. Yeah.
So I'm gonna go for, are you drunk?
Yeah. I think so too, because I feel like it's usually like to cover up a plot hole or something, and I'm like, whatever.
Ugh. Incest.
Yeah, throw me off a
Throw
bridge.
me
I
off a
don't care
bridge.
if it's 1182. I don't care what year it is. Throw me off the bridge.
Because I
Yeah.
hate it.
Yeah.
It's
Oh, but in
disgusting.
Game of Thrones, shut up. I don't
It doesn't
care.
work. It still doesn't work. I'm still
I'm still
uncomfortable when I
throwing
watch
up.
it.
I'm still like, I can't root for them because they're siblings. And it's
Ew.
freaky and it's
Ew.
weird.
They
Get
did
away
do it
from me.
in Game of
Keep it
Thrones.
out of the bloodline.
In
Thanks.
House of Dragons, they did it.
Yeah. And you see, I
Yeah.
don't
It doesn't
care to watch
work.
it. I don't
It
care
doesn't
to
work.
know.
It doesn't work. Okay, forced proximity.
I'm throwing up. I'm literally throwing up. It's my favorite trope ever. Oh, they're trapped somewhere. Oh, they have to hang out. Oh, they are contractually obligated to spend time together. Throwing up. I'm literally throwing up. I love that trope so much. Anytime anything happens where they have to hang out, I'm there. Why? Oh, I've got 10 chapters of solid good times. Solid hanging out. Good and by good times I mean like fun, witty banter, usually.
Yeah.
Because usually it's like in an enemies to lovers that this trope is used. Um, love it. Love it. I'm throwing up. I love forced proximity. It's my favorite trope of all time. Yeah. It's my S tier for that one.
I don't like it.
You don't like forced proximity? What the hell? What the
No,
hell do you
I
like?
like
I
it.
like it
I
when the
like it.
characters don't talk to each other for the entire book. Like they have to
I
hang
do
out.
love that. No, I like it. I like it. I like it. I'm just not throwing up liking it. Because
Oh.
like there's but I have read books where forced proximity just didn't work. Like it just didn't make sense. Like
Oh yeah, that's true. But I'm always kicking my feet. Literally the second like
yes.
we just read Scythe and we posted that, so we're gonna talk about it now. Spoilers. Kicking my feet the second they were like, okay, you guys are living in the same house. Yeah.
Oh, I did like that. It works
Yeah.
in, okay, the only way it works for me is a fantasy because like there was one where it was like a man in a cabin with her because he was like protecting her and I was like this doesn't work for me because she doesn't need to be there. Like there's no it just didn't work for me. But it does work well in fantasies. I will say
Yeah.
that. So I'm gonna put it at I would not sleep.
Okay. Well, we'll compromise in that one.
We'll compromise. Okay. Go to the siblings. Go with the siblings partner.
Throw me off a bridge. I don't care where you are. I don't care what you are. Every single time I watch a 2000s rom-com, okay, While You Were Sleeping is the only one where this is okay. If While You Were Sleeping didn't exist, throw me off the bridge. If you're trying to date your sibling's partner, and that works from While You Were Sleeping, okay, because they never were together. It was all a lie. Okay, so it's fine. It's fine.
It does work. Yep.
Everything else though, I'm off the bridge. I put the book
Yep.
down. Oh, she's showing interest in her love interest brother. When don't care. Gross, bro code,
Hmm.
disgusting.
Yep. 'Cause
Gross.
the first thing I thought about with this was the Vampire Diaries. It's not a book. Oh, wait, it is a book actually. It is a book. But why did she go from Stefan to Damon? I don't get it. Piss me off because people will be like, "Oh, but like Damon's like the bad boy and like he's like really hot and like he's like really cool and like shut up." No. If she
Wrong.
liked if she liked Damon to begin with, then she could be with him. But don't go from Stefan to Damon. I am Stelena till the day I die. You guys can comment whatever you want below this video, whatever. I don't care. You're not gonna change my mind. She belonged with Stefan.
Yeah, I don't know, dude. Gross. Like I feel
I
like,
will throw me off a bridge.
and I have a younger sister close in age. I feel like if we ever looked at the same person, we'd both be like different person. Well,
Yeah.
absolutely
Yeah.
not.
Well, it's
Gross.
usually like in the way of like one girl going after two different brothers.
Mm-hmm.
I've never seen a guy go after two sisters. I mean, I've seen like on Reddit.
Actually, yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, I've only seen it on Reddit. Am I the asshole?
Yeah.
No,
Exactly.
yeah. No, it is. You're so right. It's always like to the guy's fantasy in that way. You
Mm-hmm.
know?
Yeah.
It's never
Mm-hmm.
like the girl, because girls can do no wrong, is what I'm concluding to.
Okay.
Betrayal. I'm not gonna lie, I'm losing sleep. Like if a betrayal happens, oh, I can't put the
10
book
out of
down.
10.
I can't put the book down. I am losing sleep over it. I'm gonna keep reading until it's amended. Unless, of course, we're talking about Iron Flame, in which I've already jumped off the bridge. But any other sense, I'm down.
I agree. I love betrayal. I love it so
I'm
much.
just
I
waiting to
love it.
betray my good friends, my good family members. You know, I'm just
Like, there was a book, I'm not gonna name the book in case anyone here wants to read it, but there was a book that I read where this girl, she is like working with this guy. It's like fantasy, it's a fantasy. And is working with him on like solving this problem, and he ends up being the villain.
love it.
And she's so
Love
betrayed.
it.
She's feeling hurt, anger, betrayal, and I'm on the other side of the page being like, this is the best thing I've ever heard.
I'm like, yeah, cry, you little bitch. Next page. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Like, I love it so much because then, of course, he's like, when I got the job, I didn't know you'd be so irresistible. You know, that's always how it goes. And
Hmm.
I don't care how many times I read
Dude,
it, I'm eating it up. Either I will not sleep or I'll throw up because I like betrayal. I like a good
we're
betrayal.
gonna, I would throw
We're
up.
throwing up, dude. We're
We're
throwing up.
throwing up.
Betrayal's
We're
so
throwing
good,
up.
we're vomiting. Okay, cheater, cheater, pumpkin eater. This one's tough because I actually it's not tough. Throw me off the
It's
bridge.
not
I
tough.
don't
I don't know
care.
what the freak.
I don't care. Throw me off the bridge. Like that's how I feel. Like whenever there's cheating and then she ends up getting back with him, whatever. I'm like, throw up. I'm just take me off
Yeah,
the
it's
bridge.
just so stupid because, like, in my personal opinion, once you're a cheater, you're kind of always a cheater.
Yeah,
And
you've lost my respect. You're done.
you've lost respect, you've lost, like, if I'm reading a book and I really like the guy and he cheats on the girl of his dreams, I'm like, well, now I hate you.
Yeah, and I'm like,
So
oh, and they get back together. Don't care.
how about you throw me off a bridge? Because
Yeah.
if it was me in her shoes, I would only worry about him cheating on me. For the rest of our lives, I would worry about it.
Yeah. Cheated.
Okay.
Yeah. Off the
Throw me off a
bridge.
bridge.
I'm off the bridge. Sports romance. Okay. This one I have no opinion on because I have never read a sports romance, nor do I really have interest in sports romance. I
You
just like,
need to.
I'm just not like, to be honest with you,
I
I like a
know.
good romance
Okay.
book, but I usually need high stakes and a lot of things going on. So that's why I usually like fantasy because I like that they're about to die. I like that part. Sports romance doesn't give me about to die, unfortunately, most of the time. Unless it's like, oh, they got an injury and they're in the hospital. I don't care. I'm sorry. Sorry, I wish I
Then you'll
did. But
love Colty. I love sports romance. I would do anything for a sports
yeah,
romance,
you can rate that
especially
one however you
hockey,
want. I haven't read any of them,
soccer,
so
hockey. Like Colty by Miranda Zabada.
Zapata.
Don't know how to say it.
Yep.
Zabada. Don't know how to say your last name. I'm so sorry. But Colty, the Wall of Winnipeg. Like, I want to grab her and smush her face because I love it so much. Like, it's
Yeah.
so good. What the frick? Like, why do we even guess? I don't wanna guess. Okay.
Turning
Turning
to
to the
the dark side.
dark side.
Hot! Dude, okay, we're in the middle of Scythe right now. Okay, and as you know, because we talked about it already, Scythe ends. Spoilers for Scythe, who cares? Scythe ends with us not knowing if one of the main characters is going down a bad path or not. Love it.
Mm-hmm.
Eating it up. I
Eating it up.
love Turning to the Dark Side because I like having a character that starts off as not like super morally strong, like kind of easily swayed because I love a headstrong character, but you read a lot of them, and so it's always really interesting when I find a character that's like doesn't necessarily have a reason to be good or evil, and then like is easily swayed. Like I'm always like, ooh,
Yeah.
because I feel like that's more accurate with the human condition.
Mm-hmm.
So I love turning to the dark side any
Me
day,
too. Especially
any
if
night.
it's like a situation where, like what you were saying, the character they have no reason to be good. Like they've lost everything at like at some point. Now they have nothing to live for. And now they have like this one guy where it's just like, hey, you can turn on the dark side, like whatever. Or if it's like
Yeah.
revenge,
Hmm.
because in Red Rising, he's after revenge. And that's why he kind of goes to like a different, so well, like I wouldn't say like a dark side, but it's very much kind of like Scythe, where you you kind of have to go to that that darker side of yourself to get what you want
Yeah.
and to get that revenge.
I love Turn to the Dark Side. Any day, any
So what are we
night.
doing?
I it
Sleeping? No
I don't
sleep?
it's
No sleep
I
or I'm
feel
throwing
like
up.
it might be a throwing up one. I might be throwing up over it.
I'm throwing up.
Because I am losing sleep and I've downloaded the next two books. The second I'm done losing sleep, oh, starting the next one before I wake up in the
Oh,
morning. So,
there you
okay,
go.
can't touch each other. Okay, Maddie said
What the
she's
frick
never
is
heard
this?
of this one. Okay, so
I've
I
never
read
heard of
this
this.
for the first time in this little series called The Demon King. Shout out to Isabel Taylor, who I know read it because we read it together. I don't know anyone else who's ever read it, but me and Isabel Taylor read it. Okay. Anyways, yeah, one of the tropes was one of the guys that I don't know, it's always like a fantasy trope, and it's always like they have some special ability and whatever. But
Yes.
yeah, I have heard this one multiple times. And it's always interesting.
Mm,
It kind of plays into like forbidden love a little bit. But this one's
yeah.
a big one. And this one's
I feel
always
like
like, oh my gosh. I
that's
just
it.
like
They're just
I
like,
just
oh
like
my
it.
gosh.
I just like when there's like a building of tension. And when they can't like hug or anything or kiss. It's like,
Yeah,
oh my gosh.
the more I
Oh,
think
oh.
about it, my favorite series of all time, it's right there. Okay. A Winter's
That's the
Promise.
Winter's Promise. Yeah.
Yes. There's a thing where it's not like they can't touch you. Like it's like if they touch each other, they're fine. But he has like ability where they call it like the claws. And so sometimes if he doesn't know she's going to touch him, then he like uses his claws and she gets hurt. So I loved it in that aspect, but I think it might be different the like what we're
No,
thinking. But
I think that counts. And like it happened in Bride too.
that's true.
Um,
It's a good one.
so Bride by Ali Hazelwood, one of me and Maddie's like number one guilty pleasure books. So funny. Love it. Read it twice. I'm reading it again. Um,
Should
I
we
would def
do I Would Not Sleep?
I feel like it might be a we agree we like it because it's not like
Okay.
I'm not like it's not my favorite, but it's always
Yeah.
interesting. So,
Mm-hmm.
okay, teleports to a different world. Eh,
Throwing up.
yeah,
Throwing
oh, you
up.
like it. Wait, in a good way or off the bridge?
I love it. I love like a character who is like from modern world and she travels
Oh,
to
that's what you mean. Okay. Yeah, I'm into
yeah.
that.
She
I thought you were
where
talking
is
about
it?
like when they use it as like a cliffhanger at the end of book two, where like one of the persons who's in the book suddenly is in a different world, and then that's always how they end book two. So
No.
like he woke up and he was in 1985. I'm like, I don't care. Now I gotta wait for a third
No.
book to something I
There's
don't
a
care about.
there's a book I have. I don't know where it is, but like this girl, she like it's in modern times, and I want to find it. I'll try to find it. But she witnesses a murder or a kidnapping or something like that, and she's like, "Oh, I gotta like run and hide because obviously it's witness a murder." And the guy takes her, and they are transported to his like fantasy world, and it's like this whole thing, and it was so good. I loved it. I will not sleep,
That's awesome.
but it
Yeah,
depends on what you want.
I love that trope. I love the modern character being teleported into like medieval times or anything.
Okay.
Always a good time.
Okay.
I
So
would say, yeah, I will not sleep. Actually, maybe we agree we like it because it's not like I'm not gonna pick up a book because that's the synopsis. But when it happens, I'm like, oh, okay.
okay.
Chosen one, honestly, don't hate. Might be an Are You Drunk for me. It might be an Are You Drunk because I'm really tired of it and because it feels
Mm-hmm.
like a a lazier trope.
Yeah.
Like there's and there's good ways to do it, but if we're assuming the writing's bad, I'm not gonna finish the book. So I think probably Are You Drunk? Like I'm
Yeah.
not gonna be like I'll never talk to you again, but it's probably I'm probably like for fuck's sake, you gotta be kidding. Because this was my biggest problem with the new Star Wars movies is I hate that trope. And they try to use it, and I was literally like, oh my gosh, can we just have one character who just is and just does? Like, why do they have to be this person? Can they just
Yeah.
be? So I'm thinking they're
Hmm.
drunk. They're writing this one.
I'm gonna go with I think Are You Drunk as well because I agree. Like it's just overly done, but I do like it at some points. Like
Hmm.
I'm trying to think of like a
I love it when the character
like Hunger
doesn't want to
Games.
do it. Yeah, like when it's
Like Hunger
reluctant,
Games.
a reluctant
Yeah.
chosen one. Yeah.
Like she wasn't the chosen one. She just wanted to save her sister, so she did the job. But
Hmm.
when in the middle of doing the job, they were like, "Oh, she could be the one to do this," you know? Like she wasn't the chosen one, but she just happened to be there at that time. So
Yeah.
we're agreeing to Are You Drunk?
Drunk. Drunk.
Drunk. Drunk. Found
Um,
family.
I'm throwing up. I'm literally throwing up. I'm vomiting
Yeah,
profusely. I love Found Family. I love Found
me
Family.
too.
It's
I do
so
love Found
sweet.
Family.
I've never read a book where Found Family was done wrong. Like, it's always like,
Unless you hate the
aw.
family.
Well, that's true, unless you hate the characters. But
Like Court of Thorns and Roses, I hated the found family. I'm
I'm
not
not
gonna
gonna lie,
lie.
that's the one I was gonna say too. And hey, I don't hate.
Guys, if
Don't
you're
hate,
writing a
because we're
book,
hating.
yeah, don't hate. No, but it's any author who's out there who would not be listening to this, but when people write a book and they have like all these characters that and then they just happen to like each other, it's just weird to me.
No,
'Cause
because it
like
never
this
happens.
it
Like that
never
doesn't happen in real life.
happens.
Like I've been in so many friend groups that where people just hung out and had a good time. Nobody starts
Yeah.
dating just because we're all hanging out.
Like in Friends. Like it was just weird. Like Chandler and Monica and then Ross and Rachel. Ross and Rachel, shut up, get out of here because that was disgusting. Why the frick did she go back with him? Anyways, she should have gone in Paris. Anyways, sorry. Why did she choose him? Anyways,
Moment of silence.
moment of silence for Ross and Rachel because what the frick?
But
Um,
yeah, I don't like it. I don't like it when
he's
they
a
all like each
cheater.
other. I don't like it when they all like each other. I don't like it when it's like I have all these characters and dump them into the setting. I like a more, and that's how I felt with Court of Thorns and Roses because she joins like the night court, right? And then
Hmm.
after that, it's like, and here are all your friends now. I prefer it when it's like a collection of friends as the story goes along. Like I met this
Yeah.
person, and then I met this person, and now I met this person. But when it's like, wham, here they are. Bada bing, bada
Yeah, it
boom.
doesn't work. It doesn't work for
I
me.
don't
I
like
just
it
hate
as
it.
much. I'm like, it seems like you had cool character concepts and didn't know what to do with them, so you dumped them right here
Yeah.
versus a
And
slow
then
build
you
of
made
characters.
them marry each other.
Yeah. Can you put the Sims away, please? Stop making them kiss. Just let them exist. Um,
Like,
so
why the anyways, so
I don't like it.
I'm gonna do I don't know, because I really do like family.
I do like that was the only example that I could think of where I didn't like it. So
I
I
think
think
I'll
it's
throw
a
up.
throw up one. Yeah,
I
you
will
know,
throw up.
I think I'll throw up. I think
I'll
throw
throw
up.
up. Regency.
Regency. I love a Regency.
I love a good Regency. Catherine, if you're listening to this, I love a good Regency. I will do anything for a Regency. I have two on my bookshelf right now. Like
Regency is great because
I
it makes so many tropes believable. Because like you're at a time where they
yeah.
can't really spend alone time together. It makes like it forces them to yearn, and that's beautiful.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Like my favorite one is let me find the author, but it's called Edinburgh, and I literally read it last night because I love it so much. It is so good. It is my favorite Regency ever. um it's funny though because it's kind of like no one I don't want to say that because it's not like sibling like the guy going after the girl and then the girl's sister. It's more like the girl, she goes to this this guy's house for like the summer to like learn how to be a proper lady. And her sister was talking about like the the man of the house being like, "Oh, I like he's rich, he's charming, like I want to marry him." And so the main girl knows that going in, so she's trying to push everything away from this guy, but he doesn't like the sister. He doesn't like her at all.
Oh,
Like,
Bridgerton season two. I would say
they stole it
uh
from this.
don't hate, but I think it's probably a we agree we like it one for me because it's I won't pick up a book just because it's Regency. But I do love
I probably will.
I always am like, oh, that was good. It's great.
It's by Julian Donaldson. What? It says by Julian Donaldson, Julie C. Donaldson. So I don't know if it's the same person and just different names, or they're actually different people because that's crazy. Or
Um,
Lakeshire Park by Megan Walker. Like I really seek out Regencies. Oh, so I guess we have to agree with like if Catherine was here, she'd said I would not sleep, but we have to call Catherine.
slow
Slow burn.
burn. Yeah, we're throwing up. I'm literally throwing
Throwing
up.
up
Oh, they don't kiss till
anything.
Act 3? They don't kiss till Act 3? Perfect. Perfect.
Perfect. Anything by Mariana Zapata
I
is
love
slow
a
burn.
good. I love a good slow
Literally,
burn.
dude.
I love a good they actually hate each other for the first book. And you have to wait till like book
Yes.
2 for them to kiss. Oh,
Dude, A
oh, so
Winter's
good.
Promise.
I know,
I'm
I need to read it.
telling
It's
you.
on my
I'm
shelf. It's
telling
waiting
you.
for me. It's waiting for
Dude,
my
I am telling you. They hate each other for the first book. Beautifully done book. Like it's so good. I will like you'll have maybe a hard time being like, "Oh, there's not like romance." But there is romance later. But like you just gotta like let it sit with the
Oh, no, I
characters
love
and
the
let
yearning. I love the yearning.
it's a
I'm here for it.
great yearning. And it I might cry. I might actually cry.
Dude, I'm so
Dude,
excited. No
no,
spoilers. I'm
dude.
so excited.
I'm gonna cry. It's so good. Everyone, read it. Okay. Love triangles.
Uh,
Throw me off a bridge.
no, yeah, throw me off a bridge for sure. I hate a love triangle. I hate it so much because it's often used as a tool to get the other two people to admit that they like each other. And I'm like,
Yeah.
please think of something more creative.
It's
Please.
crazy because I hate love triangles because it's obvious who the main character wants.
Mm-hmm.
Always. Like Bella, she wanted Edward. It's always gonna be Edward, Jacob. It's always going to be
Yeah,
Edward.
always.
Elena Gilbert from Vampire Diaries. It was always, she literally says it. It was always gonna be Stephen. It wasn't. And she ended up with Damon. But I'm telling you, she, like these characters, they know who they want. It's always like
Yeah.
the good guy and the bad boy. Like,
And it
who's,
always feels like a weird fantasy thing. Like a weird, like, oh my
yeah.
gosh, two guys like me. And I'm like, shut up. No love triangle. Throw
Yeah.
me off a
And
bridge.
like in the Hunger Games too. Like she wanted PETA. She didn't want anything to do with you, Gale,
Yeah,
because you killed her sister.
and also, let's be 100%. I would say the Gale love triangle is almost non-existent in the books. Like it is
Yeah, it
barely
doesn't.
mentioned. It's barely talked about. It's like a childhood crush she had that she's like whatever. And she also says that it's like convenient. Like she says that she doesn't love kissing him, but it passes the time. Like she like there's
Yeah.
something in there that says that.
Yeah.
And so I feel like the movies tried to make it like a big thing as like a marketing thing. That's great. Whatever. But it's really not that big of a deal in the books at
No.
all. Hate it. Okay, age gap.
Oh,
This one we
this
disagree
one
on. I know for sure we disagree on this one.
we do disagree on. Okay, I like an age gap if it's done correctly. Like Mariana Zapata, bring it back to her. Okay, in Colty and a couple of other books, the age gap is maybe 10 years. Like,
I would say that's my limit. If it's more than 10
yes.
years, I'm throwing up and I'm like, please get this man away from this child.
Yeah.
Um,
Or in Rivals. Okay?
or if they meet at a younger age. That's the one that's weird. When you meet when the girl's
Yeah.
16 and he's 25, and then when she turns 18, they start dating. Disgusted.
Yeah, it's
Grossed
weird.
out.
It's weird.
Yeah.
So I know you don't like it, so I am willing to put it in the middle.
Um,
Because I
okay,
know
but
you
it's
don't like it.
hard. It's just depends because here's the thing. I would say in books, we can say I'll lose sleep. It's usually in movies that I hate it because I know who's making the movies. Disgusting producers preying on young kids. Okay? Like that's so I
Hmm.
can't do it in movies. Like in movies,
Yeah.
I'm like, fuck you. No. I know the writer is 50 and he's writing this and casting an actress who's 19. Like you disgust me. So that's why I don't like age gap. But in books, it's different. So I would say we can say I'll lose sleep over it because I know you love it.
I
Um,
love an age gap. I love it. I love it. Especially in like, speaking of Westerns, because in Westerns it works all the time.
Oh, because it's always like the ranch hand, dude.
Yes. Yes.
I would say you
Um,
have to talk about Westerns because I have read, no, I
okay.
haven't read a Western since I was in high school. Like, unless there was a
Oh,
book that we
really?
had to read, I haven't, I have not read like any
Your
Western.
mom read a Western book that I recommended, and it's right there. Let me pull it. Okay. This bad boy right here. Okay. The Lady's Mind by Francine Rivers. This is a Western, I would clarify, or say that it's a Western because it's taking place in that time period. It is, and the main character's name is Catherine. Maybe that's why Catherine liked it so much. But
I love movies. I love Western movies though. Anytime I've watched a Western, I've been like,
this
great.
is a good
I
this
haven't
is a
watched one in
good
a while
book.
though.
But there's a really good series that I read. Let me see if I can find it because it's a Western series about like these, I think there's like four of them, and they kind of protect the West. I don't know what they're, or Hangers Horsemen, that's what they're called. And it's a Christian book, so no spice or anything, which I love. It's and there's three of the books and it follows the four or the three guys of the Hangers Horsemen. And there's a great series, and they're Westerns, and they're so fun. You
You
don't
can
read
put
it a
it
lot.
you can put it wherever you want. Yeah, I don't really read it that much.
I will
Uh,
throw up.
Whenever I'm at my parents' house, we happen to watch a movie that's a Western usually,
I
but
will throw up at a Western. I will throw up. I love it so much. I've
okay,
read so much of
vampire
them.
werewolves.
Dude, are you kidding?
I think I'm losing sleep for this one because I
Me too.
usually don't pick it up unless you recommend it to me. But I finished the whole book in one night. What do you mean?
Yes.
It's a full moon. Guys gotta go. Lock him up in the
He's gonna,
freezer.
yeah. Freezer.
I'm thinking of a Once Upon a Time when they locked her in the fridge so that she wouldn't. It's terrible. Dude, Once Upon a
Forgot
Time,
about that.
easily the worst show on the entire planet, and I love
I
it,
think
and
it's
I
the
eat it
best.
up, and I watched it multiple
I think it's
times
the
through.
best.
No, but yeah, vampire werewolves. I don't
I
know. I'm a sucker for it. I don't
I will
care.
also lose sleep, which hurts though, because in middle school and high school, I was a Wattpad kid. Okay, and the only thing I ever read on Wattpad
The
was
sigh that followed that was crazy. I was a Wattpad kid.
what?
Well, you just said it like
I was a
I was a Wattpad
I
kid.
was a because it's
Yeah.
low key embarrassing, but I read a lot of Wattpad stuff, and
Who didn't?
it was mainly werewolves and vampires.
And and that's beautiful. Put that up
And
there.
that's
Let's
just,
let's lose sleep
let's
over
put it
that.
up. I will lose sleep. Sometimes
The
I go back
last
to
one
those
I read
stories.
was Bride by Ellie Hazelwood. That was the last vampire werewolf book I read, and I enjoyed the heck out of it. A single parent, cute, usually gives Hallmark vibes. So if I'm in the mood for Hallmark, then yes. Otherwise, I'm like it. So here's the thing. It either makes it really complicated because it's like to make the plot more complicated,
Yeah.
or it is to show that the guy is really sweet. I don't,
Yeah.
but I'm usually not into it, to be honest. And that's not to, like, I think because I'm not a single parent, I don't often seek out those tropes. Like I like to read stuff that I relate
Hmm.
to. And so that one I'm pretty like, I don't care either way, I think, with that one. Like you could say we agree.
I Yeah, I love it because hey, guys, I have a favorite author. Her name is Mariana Zapata, and she wrote a book called Old All Roads Lead Here. And it's like this woman and she's trying to get in touch or I forgot exactly what the whole thing was, but she decides to move back to where her mom uh lived and like grew up. And so she is, trying to learn more about her mom. And so she moves into like this guy's garage and oh my gosh. First of all, age gap, enemies to lovers. He hates her. Because he's like, I don't want you here, but my son, single parent. The son like put it on like a website. He was like, "Oh, like if you need extra money, like we could rent out our garage." And so
Oh,
she
like
picks
an
it up.
air, like kind of like an Airbnb situation.
Yeah. And he was like, "We need the money, Dad." It's like a whole thing. But so I love a single parent if it's done correctly. Like it does feel very Hallmark. Oh, guys. What? Another Mariana Zapata book? With the single parent? Well, it's more like uh it's like this girl, her brother dies and she gets custody of his kids. That was another good one. What is it called? Because I love that one. Okay,
Excellent.
guys, I just love
I guess
Mariana
you have to
Zapata.
I guess you gotta put it on I Will Not Sleep.
I will not sleep. Wait for it. That's what that's called. Wait for it.
Wait
I
for
will
it.
not sleep.
Are we
Wait for
about
it.
to sing Hamilton right now? Okay.
Rivals
Cool.
to lovers.
Rivals to lovers. Um, love it. Oh, they're competing? Oh, cute.
Cute.
I'm into it.
You into
I'd
it?
probably say we agree we like it because I'm more of an enemies. I really want them to hate each other at
Me
first
too.
and then misunderstand each other and then discover they love each other.
So
Academic
I guess
rivals.
might be
Oh,
the
go ahead.
same thing then. Would it be the same thing as rivals to lovers then?
Academic rivals. I don't know, dude. I'm a sucker for everyone that ships Draco and Hermione. I'm not gonna lie to you. Um, I know you
Actually,
don't.
yeah. No, I do. I do. But like I'm always like part of me is like, "Oh, but she would be so cute with Harry." But her and Harry have a really great friendship.
They
Like you
do.
just they're like she would go to the ends of the earth for him, and
I
he would do
do
the same
really
for her.
like that, and I love that they didn't make it a love triangle, and I love that they didn't try to push that because it does show like
Hmm.
female and male friendship in like a really cool way, and I like that. I think it's probably we agree we like it because it's like I'm not
Yeah.
like really into it, but I'm like cool, nice, cool little thing. Second chance romance. I'm not gonna lie, I eat this shit up. Whenever that starts with him being like, her being like, "Ah, can't believe you're here. What do you need? What do you want?" And he's like, nothing, whatever. Forget I said anything.
Yeah.
And then you gotta wait till Act 3 to find out. There was, I kind of like second chance
I
romance.
hate it with every fiber of my being. If I see anything that says second chance romance, I throw it in the garbage. I hate second chance romance because I am, I mean, I don't know. There's just something about Grumpy versus Sunshine that gets ruined with second chance romance
I guess
because
that's
you're,
true. They usually go hand in hand.
yeah, because because they know each other, like there's whatever. And the only tension that they have is, well, like you like did this in like high school and like I'm like still mad about it. And like shut up. Get over yourself. I don't care. I have never read a second chance romance book that I liked.
But I
There
think
was one.
about okay, new perspective though.
Okay,
Because
I'm
I think
ready.
about like how we did it in Lottie's Girl, where it was like they almost got
But that was
together and then
that
they
wasn't a
didn't.
second chance.
But it was a second chance because they almost got together. So that's chance number one. And then chance number two, the second chance, they do. Because they're like,
I don't
wow.
see it as a
Can't...
second chance romance only because, like, a second chance to me is they were together at one point, broke up, someone left, they come back, and now they want a second chance. Like, that's how I see a second
Oh,
chance.
okay.
Not like, oh, like, we could have been something, like, a long time ago, and then we didn't.
Yeah.
Like there was one book I read where it was like a part of a series and it was a second chance romance, and the only reason I read it was because it was the final book of the series. And I was like, I'll just freaking suck at it. I don't care. So I read it. And the entire book, they're talking about something that she did to him in high school. They're not talking about what she did. And the entire book, I'm like, what did she do? Like, can we have a group thing to figure out what she
Iron
did,
Flame.
figure to figure out if it was actually bad or if it was fine, like get over it. The thing she did was she called the police because he was getting beaten by his dad and he's mad about it. And I literally put the book down. I said, "That's it. That's what she did.
Throw me
She
off the
called the
bridge.
she called the police to save your life because he was about to kill you." And you said, "Hey, don't call the cops." And then she did it. That that's what
See,
she did.
that's interesting because I always so how I guess we just see it differently because how I see second chance romance is like Pride and Prejudice. Like he's like, I'm in love with you, and she's like, get out of my house. And then later she's like, come back to my house. And so
Mm,
like I always put that in with that, but I guess that's more of like, will there, won't
enemies
there?
to lovers. Will they or won't they? Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I
don't
guess
see
it
that
doesn't
as
really
second
count second
chance.
chance because second chance, you're right. They usually are together first and then break up.
Stand on this.
I think you can throw me off a bridge because I think that I have a different idea of what it is, and I think your idea of what it is terrible. As in, like, I hate that, and I won't read the book. Okay, right
Okay,
person, wrong time. Oh my gosh, gut
this is a
wrench.
gut wrench.
That's a throw up one
That's a throw up one.
because I'm like, I'm reading it and I'm loving it, but I'm crying, you know? It's just a yearning and it makes me like want to read it again. I'm like, I gotta start over. I gotta read the whole thing again. Because they
Yeah.
do that with, and I know you don't care. Okay, I know you don't care,
I'm
but they
gonna
do that.
listen.
They do that in the Batman movie, and it's like,
Oh, I don't care.
and I'm like, oh my gosh, and then I
Don't
started
care.
over. And then I'm like, and again. Oh, one
One
is a
is a
time
time.
traveler.
I'm throwing up. I
I know
love a
you're
good time
throwing
travel.
up. I usually,
It's okay if you don't like it. I'm not gonna be mad. Like
I
we could put it anywhere you want, but
It's
I
just,
love time travel.
yeah. It's just that 90% of the time, in my experience, it's done so poorly that
Hmm.
I don't care for the other 10% because I'm like, I'm turned off from it. I don't care. Because I'm like,
Yeah.
no, like, I know that's a you're gonna throw up because you love it so much, and that's like a throw me off a bridge for me. So you can put it
Yeah.
wherever. Because I'm like,
We'll put it in the middle. We'll put it in the middle. But like it's not a book, but it's a TV show. The Midnight at Pira Palace. They do time travel, and I love time travel. Like they did so well. I was into it. I was intrigued. Same with the show Timeless. Like
yes,
that
Timeless was great.
Timeless was so good. That okay,
And I
speaking
guess
of Timeless.
Outlander too kind of falls into that.
Yes.
Oh, I might like
Dude,
it. You might be convincing
my
me.
like
Part of it, you might actually you can put it where I won't sleep because I do love the added stakes and the adventure that it always
yeah,
adds.
like she has to get back to her time.
Okay, Bodyguard, I'm throwing up. I'm not lying to you. This is one of my favorite tropes because it
I
fits in with
love this
forced
trope.
proximity. It's always like, I have to be with you 24/7. I hope we don't fall in love. Uh,
Dude,
yeah. Throwing
the
up.
oh
I
my
love a
gosh.
bodyguard trope.
Me
I will
too.
protect you no matter what. Who did this to you? Um, I love
The
it.
only time it didn't work for me, which okay, she's a great author. It was a great book. It just made me mad. But it's called The Bodyguard by Catherine Center, and she's the bodyguard for him.
Yeah, and
I didn't like
women
it, not because
bodyguards.
I didn't like it in that
That's
aspect, but it
great.
was more like her whole thing in the book was I'm willing to do anything for the job. Like I'll do whatever. And so he's like, "Great. Like can you pretend to be my girlfriend so like people don't think that you're my bodyguard or whatever." So like it's like on the low key. And the entire time she's like, "No, I will not do that. I won't do any of this. I have to follow you around. I have to what?" It's like you signed up for this. You signed up to follow him around to protect him, and now you're complaining that you have to follow him around and protect him?
Yeah.
Hello?
That's actually crazy. See, that's just like poorly written. Because I think of like Chuck when Sarah's his bodyguard. Uh,
Yes.
eating it up.
Eat it up.
But that's a bummer because oh my gosh, every time it's introduced, I'm like,
I'm like, oh, you have to protect it? There's a book I want to reread. I wish I added it on here because I don't know what the kind of trope it is though. Maybe it's Bad Boy. But Elena Dean will know this series because we read it together. But the Inhuman series by Kat Falls, that was a not a young adult book, but like a YA book where there's tension throughout the entire thing. Okay, and then they kiss. And it was great. They did the same thing in a book called Nameless by wait, I need to freak out. By Jennifer Jenkins. Okay, it's right there. That's right there.
it's within your reach, dude. It's within your grasp.
In my reach. Nameless by Jennifer Jenkins. I read that whole book in a day, and it was Thanksgiving. I remember because my mom got so mad at me because I read the whole book at dinner. And then I found out the next book wasn't gonna be released for like another year.
See, that's
So,
something that you do that I can never do. Like if I'm starting a series, I am checking to make sure the series is finished because I'm not waiting around. I'm not gonna wait 5 more years to find out what happens. Are you kidding? I'll
well,
die.
hey, try to be me and Elena with Inhuman. Okay, we had to wait 7 years.
7 years is crazy. Office romance. Yes, please. I'll take three.
Yes, please. You know what's funny? I don't know if this book is guys, this was like on my book list of things I wanted to read this year. And I think it's is it? I think they're like both teachers. So I was like, oh, like it's a office not office romance, but like they're in the same environment.
Yeah,
But
work romance. Yeah.
I'm throwing up.
Yeah, I love an office romance because
What do you
because
want to
it
do?
all ties into forced proximity, which is my favorite. Okay,
Okay, throw
childhood
it up.
friends to lovers.
No!
It's not doing it for me. I don't like it.
No!
But I know you just hate friends to lovers in general. I don't mind friends to lovers, but there's just I haven't
There's no
I
tension.
exactly. That one's kind of a throw me off a bridge. Like I'm probably gonna put the book down.
Me too. I'm putting the book down. Accidental
Accidental
pregnancy?
pregnancy, throw me off the bridge.
Off. Throw me off the bridge.
Get the
Unless
hell
it's
out of
mafia.
here. Get the hell
Unless it's
out unless
mafia.
it's mafia.
Unless it's mafia. Because mafia.
Unless it's mafia is crazy.
No,
Because
because like
that's the
sometimes
only time I ever see it.
I hate it too, but in mafia books, sometimes they'll get married and she's like, I don't want to marry him. But then they like fall in love with each other. But then she ends up being pregnant and then but he doesn't know about it, you know? So like she books it and then like 10 years later they reunite and he's like, whose kid is that? How old are you, kid? 11. Do you know that reference?
I do, but I can't
Okay.
remember what it's from. Like I know exactly
Once
what you're
Upon a
talking about.
Time, your favorite show, Once Upon a
Oh
Time.
yeah, right. Of
How
course,
old are
my
you, kid?
favorite show.
11. Now, why is everyone yelling? He's 11? Mom?
And then he's like, "Fuck!" Like that's fake
Fake
dating's hard
dating.
because I've seen it done well, but for every time I've seen it done well, I've seen it done poorly 10 times. Because it's just like it's to me, it's another one that is overdone, often done as like a way to get them to be forced proximity, and then
Mm-hmm.
most of the time it's just done terribly. Like I feel like most of the time when the book's bad, I'm like, oh, and they have to pretend to date each other, whatever. I like seeing it in fantasy. I like seeing a fake marriage, but fake dating,
Yes.
I hate. I hate fake dating. I hate it when it's in a modern book. I don't like it.
Fake dating for me, I don't know. Because I really hate fake dating. Because, like, if you were gonna date, just date. Like, who the frick cares? But, sometimes it's like nice when they're fake dating and then like let's say she gets injured and then like in the hospital he's like, "Where's my wife?" I melt. I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
that's what I want.
Like professional, and he's like, "Oh yeah, my wife, this person," and the girl's like, "My heart
Let
skipped a
me
beat."
freaking weird
I'd
now.
never heard him say it before. I like a fake marriage. I don't know if I like fake dating.
I like Are You Drunk? Because I don't love it. Carolyn's favorite trope, only one bed.
Wait, what about, wait, did we skip a few? Oh, no, I see you moved it already. I was like, huh?
I
Only
moved
one
it.
bed. Next. Because there is literally a scene in Chuck, and I watched Chuck like a few months ago, and I remember this. This is burned in my brain. Because they gave literally zero explanation, nor did they try to be like, it's because of this. They were just like, they walk into the hotel room that they have to stay at, and he's like, so there's only one bed. And that's it. I was like, oh, okay. You're in a fucking hotel. I can guarantee there are other rooms with more than one. And she's like, oh, it's fine. It's okay. I don't mind. I hate it. 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 The only time I like it is when it's done really well, it makes sense, which is almost never. And then the guys like they don't nothing happens. Like they just sleep.
We'll do Throw Me Up a Bridge because I don't care for it. Mafia! Mafia!
Mafia is I'm reading
Mafia!
the book in one night.
The Mafia, I, yes, I'm reading this in one night. I
You
will
know what
not put this book
Mafia
down.
reminds me of? The game episode. That's what I think of when I think of
Love
Mafia.
it. Love
Love
Mafia.
it.
I
I'm throwing
love
up.
Mafia.
I'm throwing
I
up in
also
Mafia.
I also read Mafia on Wattpad. Okay, done
Oh yeah.
phenomenally.
Wattpad
Always.
AO3 or
Mafia.
episode, you know?
Dude,
Like
I'm throwing up.
um
Especially if she's like from the rival family.
oh my gosh,
Um,
yeah. She's taken because it's revenge. And then
yes.
Romeo and Juliet. Oh my gosh, I'm eating it up.
Yes.
Forbidden Love is also throw up for me. And I don't care. I've never once read a book where I was like, dang it, I can't believe they can't love each other. No, I love Forbidden Love. I love it. You seem like you
Well,
don't.
this
And that's
I don't.
okay. You don't have to
It's
because
okay.
it's not for everyone, you know?
Because sometimes it just doesn't work. Like sometimes it just feels like we're forcing forbidden love on them. But most of the time it's
Oh,
like
yeah.
they don't have to be for like they can just hang out.
Hey, actually, no one cares.
Hey, actually,
Well, I don't
why are
think
we
it's
being
done
dramatic?
well. I don't think it's done well in modern books because there's not much nowadays. Um,
So are you wanting to you can put whatever you want. I don't read a lot of forbidden love books. Maybe I
oh,
do and I
you
just don't read them.
you could just put we agree we like it. That's fine.
Well,
Because I
if
enjoy
you
it.
love it, if you love it.
Um,
Okay, you know what? I will say this. In the book Nameless by Jennifer Jenkins, it is forbidden love and it works because bro, shut up because whoever doesn't know about Nameless, it's about four clans, okay? The Rams, the Zodiacs, the Wolves, and the there's one more.
Mafia.
Mafia, dude. And the Wolves and the Rams are like the worst enemies, whatever.
Hmm.
Like if you see a ram on the street, you're killing them immediately. Not on the street, it's like medieval times. Anyways. So uh her sister gets taken by the Rams. And so she goes into the Rams territory acting as a nameless, which is like, I'm not part of any clan. And she becomes a healer for them and she works on a ram. And they're like, if this ram dies from his injuries, we're gonna kill you and your sister, basically. And so she saves his life, and the person who's protecting the young ram, his name is Griffin, and that's forbidden love because he knows she's a wolf, part of the wolf clan. He knows that about her, and she's like, I can't be with this guy because he's an evil human, like he kills my clan, and I'm over here
Yeah.
like.
I
This is
love
the best
forbidden
thing I've
love.
ever read.
It usually ties into enemies to lovers. Oh, they can't
Yes.
be together.
Dude,
I
read
hope they
Nameless.
do.
Can you can you please read all the books that I've read so that we could talk about it? And I'll read all of your books that you've read and we can talk about them.
It's three. It's three books. Um, yeah, you decide where it goes.
You know
It's in
what? We'll go up
your
here. I
hands.
will not sleep because you love it and I love it in some aspects.
Oh, enemy lovers. Here we are throwing up.
Throwing up.
Throwing up.
You
That
can
one's easy.
throwing up. Good girl versus bad boy. Are you drunk?
Yeah, this one's an ick for me. It's just done poorly so many times that I don't care
Yeah.
when it's good. Because it's always like, bad boy with a heart of gold. Shut up. His father
Depends.
was mean. Yeah, so was everyone's. Can we keep him on? Are you drunk? Are you drunk? Um,
Villain gets the
villain.
girl. Okay.
Okay, this one.
I am throwing up.
I'm actively vomiting profusely.
I'm actively
I
vomiting.
have food poisoning.
Dude, if there's any listeners out there right now who have read the Once Upon a Broken Heart series, I get shaky breaths. This is so villain gets the girl. And I love it. I'm eating it up. I'm literally
Yeah.
reading a book right now called Apprentice to the Villain. Villain's getting the girl. And I love it. I love the villain gets the girl because, like, someone said this on TikTok or at Pinterest, like, anywhere. Someone has said this. Where
Read
it's
it an
like,
article. Gotcha.
I read an article where it's like the hero will give up the girl to save the world while the villain lets the world burn for the girl.
Dude.
You know what I'm saying? That
Dude.
dude!
Oh my
I'm getting
gosh.
angry in this episode. I'm getting angry.
Because it's like
Pissed
that
off because I love it so
all-consuming,
much.
I don't care about anything else anymore. Oh, love it. Okay.
Hmm.
Marriage of
Uh,
convenience.
throw me off a bridge. I know you'll probably
Yeah.
feel differently.
No,
Oh,
I
really?
agree with you with that one. I also agree, throw me off a bridge. Because once again, it's oftentimes done so poorly and it doesn't need to happen that I
Yes.
don't care for the good ones. Like, I don't care to read the good ones because there's so many bad ones.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Uh,
Soulmates.
I'm not gonna lie, this is an Are You Drunk one for me. Are you drunk? And this is why, and I'll tell you why, okay? When you're reading a series of 7 books, and I'm not gonna name which books these are, Court of Thorns and Roses, and for the first
Five.
3, it's like, oh, just these two, they're mates and they're in love. And then you get to book 4 and every single person is mated. Fuck you. You've just ruined everything. It's not special anymore. I don't care. Like, mates is
Yeah.
only cute and when it's one
Werewolves.
couple. When it's one fucking couple. And then when they decide that it's super rare and never happens, and then it happens to every single character, I hate you. I hate you. I hate
Yes.
you. I hate you. And it's made it so it's not special between the two people that I actually cared about in this book. So I don't like
Hey,
it.
hey, hey, hey. Soulmates for me, I only like it if it's vampires or werewolves.
We need a tier that's like vampires, werewolves only. Um,
Only works if it's fated mates werewolves. If he's the alpha, okay, and she's just
oh,
some girl. What? Hello? Get away from me, because I love it so much.
who did this to you?
I'm throwing up.
I'm throwing up. Yeah, who did this to you is
Especially
perfect.
if she shows up to his house and she is injured.
Yep,
Who did this to you?
beautiful. I didn't know
Uh,
where else to go.
I know where else to go.
Oh, because they're kind of enemies, rivals, kind of hate each other at this point.
See, guys,
Oh, I'm
Grumpy.
in love.
Okay, love it. Grumpy versus Sunshine. This is a throw up for me because Mariana Zavada's all of her books are pretty much Grumpy versus Sunshine.
This one is probably not a throw up for me. I'm not gonna lie to you. I only because Only because I've kind of, it's hard. I've
It's
gotten a
so
little bit tired of
hard.
it, just a little bit. Just
I
like
don't
a
think I could
tad.
ever get tired of
It
it.
can be done really well though. But like sometimes
Yes.
I'm like, okay.
I will never get over it. I love a good Grumpy versus Sun. The only time I don't like it is if it's reverse Grumpy versus Sunshine, where she's the grumpy one. Would not sleep.
Mm, I think would not sleep because I do enjoy it.
Okay,
Um,
last one, guys. Last one. Last one.
Best friend's brother. This one is a tough one. This one's tough. As someone with a brother, I have to come out. Hey, I have to come out and say this as someone with a brother, as someone who has experienced having a brother. Um, it's weird.
It would be weird for it would be really weird. Like as your best friend, it would be really weird.
So hate it. But on the other hand, whenever I'm reading it, I'm like, oh, it's kind of sweet because it's like they
Oh,
have to hang out. It's okay. We did it in Lottie's Girl, so I feel like I can't hate on it. I
no.
don't.
I
I
think it's a
really
good
don't mind
trope.
it. I don't mind the trope, and I don't mind if it's done well. If it's like I'm gonna be real. In when it's used as a thing to like make the main character sad, I hate it. Like in Edge of 17, devastating, devastated. But when it's like a cute thing and the best friend is okay with it, love it. When the best friend hates it, hate it.
Are you drunk? Oh, I don't know.
No, I think we like it
Are
because
we agree?
once again,
Let's go with it. We agree.
yeah, once again, it's not terrible. Yeah, hey,
Love
that
it.
was great.
Yeah, that was great, guys.
That
Well,
was super fun. It turns
we
out
did
we
it.
like a lot of stuff because it looks like our likes is bigger than our not likes.
But yeah, that was
Well,
our episode today, guys.
yeah.
So, like and subscribe.
Kathy, let us know which ones you disagree with, which tropes you hate.
Yes.
I know my mom's gonna say, "Why the heck is Mafia in the throwing up section?" I know you're gonna say that, Kathy. Kathy,
Catherine, try it.
have you ever read a Mafia book? Oh, you haven't?
Read it. 'Cause it's done well sometimes.
Bye,
It's pick up
guys.
some excitement. Bye,
It's
guys.
I didn't know they had emotions. That's crazy.
Bye.